What's up, y'all? It's Jada Nari here, back in with another video. I'm doing a little chit chat life update video because it's been a long time since I've sat down and talked to you guys. Been very private about my pregnancy for the most part. Besides on Instagram, I'll post little updates about how I'm feeling and what's going on with my body. But today I want to actually sit down and talk with you guys. I've been doing little weekly updates, maybe here and there, on how I've been feeling and what's been going on with my body baby wise, but I haven't just sat down and gave you guys a little update in a long time. Be answering the questions from my Instagram story. I asked my followers to send me some questions and they did so let's begin. My first question is, genuinely, how are you doing mentally and physically? Whew. A real answer is that I'm getting by. I'm taking this pregnancy day by day, and a lot on me mentally, because when you think about it, I'm not gonna be the same after this. So all these new changes, I feel like a stranger in my body. That's like the perfect way to explain that. Like, I have a lot of different stuff going on that I haven't really talked about, like with my chest. Like everything's different with my body right now. Everything, my chest, my stomach, down there, the legs, back, butt, everything's different. It's been like the number one thing that's been bothering me, because you talk about it, you see it on the internet, but when you're actually going through it yourself with pregnancy, it's a whole different story. You can prepare yourself to understand, okay, I might get stretch marks on my stomach and stuff like that, but when it's actually time for it, it's a whole different story. Mentally, I am just trying to find the beauty and really take it one day at a time. Know that this is a blessing. My child coming is going to be a beautiful experience, and everything, every scar, every change is worth the ride. And that's just how I am mentally. Physically, I am in pain 24/7. I have sciatica back pain that shoots all the way down to my butt. It hurts to get up, it hurts to sit down, it hurts to squat. But with that, I've been trying to just exercise as much as possible. If you follow me, you see that I've been running miles every single day, and I have like a little fitness routine I found on TikTok. If y'all looked at my other vlog, physically I am in a lot of pain. Mentally, I am taking it one day at a time. The next question is, what has been keeping you motivated while pregnant and finishing school? I just got to, because my worst fear is just not being successful. Pregnancy was planned, but it's kind of different when it's all happening. Like I said, all this stuff is taken by surprise, and I gotta think about the pandemic and graduating college and thinking about a job. It's been a lot. I've been even looking at jobs now, and there's stuff out there, but it's a lot of stuff that's asking for 7+ years of experience, and we just graduated college. So I've been motivated to know that I'm gonna work, I'm gonna do whatever's possible to make sure me and my family have a good life. I had a good life, but I want my child to have even better than me. That's just what's keeping me motivated. It's bigger than me now. If I was to be graduating, it would have been a slower pace, but now I have to think for 2 people now. So that is what's keeping me motivated. The next question is, are you married, and if so, are you going to have a wedding? A lot of people have been asking me this. I got married in 2019. Me and Deontay have been married for almost 2 years now. I didn't really make it known I was married until maybe after I had a child, because after I got pregnant, because it wasn't really something that was known. I really wanted to keep that private. It was something that was sentimental to me, and I ended up just sharing it, so everyone was probably thrown off because it just wasn't talked about. I just posted my ring, and then boom, people were asking if I was engaged or married. But if you're a real subscriber and you followed me for years, you would see I would drop little hints in my video, or I would be wearing the ring band and stuff like that. But it was kept private for a while. As for the question about the wedding, we had a small wedding. I do plan on having a bigger wedding eventually. Maybe when my child's 1, I really want her to be a flower girl in the wedding. So that's one of my goals, to have a big wedding. We'll renew our vows and stuff like that. The next question is, any goals after you have your baby girl? Of course. My original goal before I got pregnant was to take a gap year and continue my education and go to law school. That's still my goal. it might be pushed off a little longer because I want to, you know, be able to be there for my child as much as possible. And the idea of daycare during a pandemic is just not something I want to do. I've been definitely studying for my LSAT now. My goal, of course, is to be a lawyer. I love my field overall. I got a degree in criminal justice, so anything in that nature is something that I would want to work in. I would really want to work for the federal government. So if law school has to be pushed off, then I have to make that sacrifice. I would love to work for the FBI, Homeland Security, and any of those other departments. That would be really nice. The next question is, will you be breastfeeding? I have not decided yet. If you know, I've had a breast augmentation. Literally, I got pregnant a month after I had my breast augmentation. You know, my results still look lovely. Besides the actual hormone changes that's caused my boobs to change, the overall breast job looks amazing still, and I'm not really worried about that. But it's more so where I got my incision at. I got it through the nipple, and just the fact, you know, it's still something in my body. It's just been a lot to think about. My husband wants me to breastfeed, of course. I would love to, you know, not even just the financial aspect, but all the nutrients it gives to the baby is super important to me. I do. It would be probably more of a private thing. I learned after getting pregnant how judgmental a lot of moms can be. After I followed all these like mommy pages on Instagram, you really see how judgmental certain people are. So whatever I do decide, it will be private. The next question is, where do you plan on going to law school? My life right now is pretty structured to the point where in a couple of months I'll be in a different location. So as I'm studying for the LSAT, I told you guys that I would plan on taking maybe a year off, or whenever I feel comfortable, to have childcare for my baby. It's really up for grabs right now. A lot of law schools virtual, so it just depends scholarship wise who gives me the most money, because you have to think about it. You're paying all this money now for virtual learning, and it's just crazy to me. So I'll eventually put a list together of what schools. Before I had a child, it was always like Washington, D.C., Maryland area. It just depends where life takes me now within the next 4 to 5 months. The next question is similar to what someone already asked me, but it is, how do you handle transitioning from a graduating college student to a mother? I feel relieved, you know. I did everything in the right order, and now it's just getting myself prepared. I have talked to a lot of people. I read up on a lot. I'm just trying to make the transition as smooth as possible. It kind of slowed things down because of the pandemic. If I didn't have to go through that, then the transition probably would have been a lot smoother. Different, you know, you graduate college in May, I have the baby in June, and then I have time to just chill and relax and be with my child for a couple months, and then I'll transition into being a working mom. But I do have, not the luxury, I do have the resources. The next question is, will you have a C-section or vaginal birth? I really don't think you have a choice. Of course, I would want a vaginal birth. The only time I hear people have C-sections is if something is wrong and, you know, they have to go through that because of that. But yes, I want a vaginal birth. The next question is, any advice for first-time moms who are pregnant? You know, I'm still going through this myself. I honestly can't give any advice right now. I feel like I can give advice once I have my child, but each week is really different for me. In a journey, this has been a lot. So, sorry I don't have any advice yet, but I'll have plenty of advice once I finish all of it, because it's been very different. It's been very different for me. And I more so don't have any advice yet because I haven't showed you guys the actual changes, and I'm gonna probably be open about that postpartum journey, because nowadays it's that snapback era, culture, whatever, where, you know, everyone's snapping back from their babies as they appear on social media, but it's not like that in real life. So I'll share my journey with you guys, and that way I'll be able to open up about some real advice. But for right now, I don't have nothing to offer, I'm sorry. The next question is, will you vlog / report the delivery? I think I will. I feel like that's a good experience for me to look back on, because one of the reasons why I love YouTube is the fact that I have all these years of memories, and I can just look back, even just from my college, freshman, sophomore, junior years. So I think I would do that, and maybe if YouTube's still around, you know, she'll be able to watch that herself. So I think that's special to me. So yeah, as of right now, I think I'm gonna vlog it. I have put together a few questions. Didn't want to talk too much. This was more so, it was more leaned towards pregnancy, I can tell. It was questions I got from my Instagram story from my followers. Thank you for everyone that answered a question, and I'm sorry that I wasn't able to answer all of them. I'm extremely tired and I didn't want to talk for too long. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell for updates on my next video.